This is a video about teamwork, or at least the beginnings of it. And you have usually a class of 50, between 30 and 70 I've had in the past. And we want to give them an introduction of how to work in a team and how to behave in these different roles. And there's a really good book by Lencioni, which is How to Be a Good Team Player, which involves three qualities: being humble, being hungry, and being smart about the topic. In this case, we're going to let go of the technicalities of those three, but we're going to see how to do this in class. And I'm estimating 20 minutes to 30 minutes, and this works for one credit class that meets weekly. So the first time we do this, let's say we have 50 students. In principle, I'd like 10 groups of 5, and the groups are labeled A, B, C, D, E, F. And we have a whole thing of post-its. And we ask them to put their names in alphabetic order of first name. So let's say Alex, Jack, Naomi, Sammy, or Samine, and Tim. And then they would have last names so that it fits in a small post-it. And basically the first person will be the manager. In this case, will come get the post-its, write the names of the people, and bring back the post-it with their team letter to me, to the instructor, and use a second post-it to write the names with most appropriate form of contact. Usually it's email or cell phone number, so that they become a group for a couple weeks. So we tell them, this will be the same group. You will not be the manager next week, but please behave like a manager today. So this person here is literally the project manager, and he or she, in this case, he has responsibility to make the team work. The writer will write the post-its, and I'll talk about this in a second. The reporter will come talk to the instructor in 2 or 3 minutes, and today in particular, we're going to talk about affinity mapping. And the reporter will take these post-its back to the main whiteboard and then run this activity, affinity mapping, and report back to his group what this means. So that I don't really need to teach 50 people. We're teaching 10, if you have 10 groups. These two designers are the guys doing the grunt work. So during approximately 5 minutes, they will do the main task today, which is describe what makes a presentation, an oral presentation, great. The writer will take a look at the notebooks or the 1 or 2 designers. If you have only 1, it's a group of 4. 2 or 3 is a group of 5 or 6. Each one of them should be writing on their notebooks 20 to 30 different sentences that describe what a great presentation is, or that indicate that the presentation is not good at all. So I'll tell you the usual examples that we get. No depth in content. So the post-its should have the team name and say that if it's a bad thing or a good thing. For example, eye contact is the kind of thing we would like in a great presentation. No depth in content is the kind of thing we would not like. Slides with a lot of text is the kind of thing you would not like. So the writer is the person writing these but not coming up with these ideas. So the writer is taking a look at the notebooks from the two designers, reading each sentence, coming up with a short description of what they are saying. The designers are the two actually doing it. The reporter is the person who's going to come get these post-its at the end of the activity in 5 minutes and distribute around the whiteboard in a specific way for affinity mapping. The manager not only has come up with the post-its and is making sure everybody has an A and these things sort of make sense, but also that the designers continue to work. The reporter is talking to the instructor. If somebody is done or not very interested and they're on their phone, the manager is the guy who's supposed to be talking to them and say, hey, can we come back to the activity? You will have peer evaluations later, so these 5 names hopefully will be in several post-its. Next week, instead of Alex being the manager, Jack will be the manager. 2 weeks from now, Naomi will be the manager. 3 weeks from now, Samin, and then 4 weeks from now, Tim. So after 5 weeks, we'll have completely new groups. I would prefer if you had groups, if you are in teams that you have never been before, or with people that you barely know. So I do realize a lot of people know each other. Anyway, after the activity, everybody should have access not only to what they proposed for the activity, but the result of this. And you'll have a rubric for evaluating presentations throughout the semester in every single seminar.